Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of the Veritas Et Fortitudo mod. As Gelre, I guess it's pronounced. I don't know. It's a G. There's a G in the beginning of the word. So to me that looks like Gelre. Gelre. But I guess it's just not right. It's more like Gelre, something. I don't know. So anyway, in the last video we just decided to conquer Utrecht, get the mission satisfied, and then because of the incredibly high coring cost of the Archbishopric, decided that it made more sense to not spend 300 admin points for a 7 base tax province, and instead we're going to absorb this guy over 10 years, which is actually kind of convenient because we have a Regency Council, so we're not going to end up having too many vassals or too many relations for a while. Interesting that we're allowed to have 5 relations for some reason. And I'm imagining that our diplomat is going to go back down to 3 since we're not at war. One thing I'm kind of curious about is what happens if you've got like 3 diplomats all on permanent jobs or something while you're at war. How does it decide which one stops working? And does it tell you? But we have a recover negative stability event, which seems pretty fine since we're about to do that. I do think we should go back up to 0. Wow, war exhaustion is like really harsh on stability. Holy crap. Well, we're not gonna do that then. Diplomatic annexation is down slightly. Okay, that seems fine. I mean, it makes the biggest impact on stability cost. That's crazy. And apparently the more this is interesting. See how cost of reducing war extension is affected by war extension. You need 251 diplomatic power to reduce war exhaustion. Holy crap! So you can't just buy down war exhaustion anymore. No wonder it comes down faster automatically. It's like it prevents you from just spamming monarch points to warmonger. And in my opinion, makes it even more prominent if there is an idea that actually reduces your war exhaustion over time. It was in the vanilla game. I can't remember what it was called. One of them in the administrative ideas column that reduces war exhaustion by 0.05. It's called optimism. I don't know if that is going to be available to us in the beginning. It's probably available at some point. Soldiers of Fortune. Wow. Seems kind of nice. Military tech cost. Holy crap. And this is just got to be the most powerful idea I think I've ever seen. +1 fire and shock. It's insane. If you were to take that plus offensive ideas, wherever that is, assuming offensive ideas does the same thing as what it used to do. Anyway, one thing that would be nice, and we'll turn on the tutorial for a second. We're also going to slow the game down a little bit because we just got back to it. Alright, so can we peacefully vassalize anybody? I wonder if that's possible. Hey liege, you want to become my friend? You want to become my vassal? They cannot enter into a royal marriage, therefore it's not possible. I should have known better, you bastards. Or Liège, whatever you're called. Aachen. Aachen, you're tiny. You're tiny and threatened by me. Offer vassalization. Are you somebody I should try to seek out? Gelre base tax. Our military power. Seems pretty unlikely. Apparently they have a high base tax. Yeah, 7. Of course I've got 6, 6, and 6. Ha, that sounds cool. What about you? You're weak. You're probably... No? You're closer. If our military power was higher and they liked us better and they were yeah, it could happen. The problem is that they have a Casus Belli against us. And I said no to their alliance. That was back when we didn't have a Regency Council and I thought we'd actually be able to attack him. Alright, so like the one that I'm thinking of is ideas. And I want to see if ideas, does it tell you what the actual things are? Is there any way for me to see in advance what ideas it gives me, you know? Like... Offensive ideas requires army ideas, but I don't know if offensive ideas are different now from before, so who knows. Guess we just gotta play it through. Our vassal gains additional tax revenue, higher production efficiency, and higher manpower, allowing them to forward increased funds and field larger armies on our behalf, a 5% bonus. We are charged 10 administrative monarch points per year to maintain this relationship. Alright. Well, how much are you actually paying us? Not a small amount. I mean, one ducat a month. That's actually the majority of our profit. Yeah, I didn't really get much out of that. That idea didn't really teach me what I wanted to find, but... So, period of great peace. It'll take roughly 20 months, almost 2 years, to get our war exhaustion gone. Then we'll boost our stability. I mean, we're not going to spend 160 points. That is a really interesting change. I like that a lot. Because if you think about it, in vanilla, 75 Diplo points to buy down 2 war exhaustion. The AI constantly buys down war exhaustion. I mean, you could have somebody at, like, maybe fully blockaded and a couple of their provinces occupied, and they're building up war exhaustion because of it, but they never surrender, or they are always at no war exhaustion. They just spend all their admin points, all their Diplo points to buy down. Somebody's threatening our trade. We've been embargoed by Hainut. I'm assuming that means that they've rivaled us, yeah. Well, nothing we can do about it because we are in a Regency Council. Wow. Utrecht is fielding 5 regiments. And they've got a 1-4 commander. Sweet. Nice little vassal. I suppose we could embargo them back. Who are we going to attack next, do you think? Probably somebody small and weak. You are pretty unlikely with your 6 base tax to ever become a vassal. At least not unless we do it forcibly. We should definitely embargo whoever's like the biggest threat in this thing. So Holland, probably. They're hostile toward us. So, we'll see. We are still over our force limit, and we're going to stay there. Because I'm scared of our neighbors. I mean, it's saying things like... Hellrian military strength is like a negative reason, and we're like 4 over our force limit. So we clearly need, you know what we should do is build more boats, more ships. And I was getting some comments about this. This is apparently working as intended. And the most notable change with the ships, I still feel like the name change is just confusing as hell. But the light ships have very few cannons, and they're slower. You know, they have wealth in them or something. And so the transports are the fastest with 10 speed, and obviously galleys have the most cannons relative to these two. We won't see any big heavy ships for a while, but... And what's interesting is that transports cost the most, while these things cost the least. Which is fine, I guess. So we should build some more light ships, if possible. We need money. I don't really want to take out loans for it, though, so I guess we just wait. Shall we pass the Liquor Act? Does that make sense? Stability cost goes up. We're about to buy some stability, so that's probably a bad idea. National tax modifier, we make almost no money at all from taxes, so 5% of 1.7 some ducats is not very much. Utrecht is now our vassal over time. We will integrate their nation into ours. If successful, we will be able to fully annex them. You'll be charged 5 admin points every 6 months. So, I guess this is popping up because January just rolled around, and every X number of months, probably every January and every July, that event probably fires. Integration stage 1. Okay, so I guess the longer we have them as a vassal, it's where we're going to get like a ticking relationship bonus or something. Can I not do this intentionally then? Is that the problem? You may only annex a nation which has been your vassal for at least 10 years and with whom you have a relationship of over 190. Doesn't say anything about a royal marriage or state marriage, so... The Grand Ball in Gelre. Although rather costly, the court has expressed its desire for glamorous balls, state dinners, or other extravagances to entertain themselves. So just money for prestige. That's actually a pretty good trade. It's always good to stay up on prestige. It looks like the base decay rate of prestige was increased by 50%. The base decay rate in vanilla is 5%, so that's good because I find it's way too easy. It's just so easy in vanilla to max out your prestige and keep it maxed out. It's like, especially with like big countries like France and Austria and England, you know, they build their little +1 national monument thing, and then all you need is like one idea or one idea group, and then all of a sudden you have perfect prestige all the time. Kind of silly. Alright, so as soon as our war exhaustion gets down, we will buy up that stability and then move on to the next mission. Somebody is refusing to give back territory to the Holy Roman Emperor. I'm not amused. The people in Cologne make jokes about us at the current carnival. You bastards. Yes, I am not amused. I agree. We should hire another guy, but at the same time we need to build more boats. I guess we bring back our diplomat. You're working on our vassal. France, are you my ally? I don't remember. You are not yet, but you're willing to accept. Good. Okay, Aachen apparently has a new ruler that's a militarist, who will become an ally of France, just because they are the biggest baddie. And they've got a lot of vassals. I mean, they have... If you look at their... I think the easiest way is to look at the sphere of influence. Anything that's colored, they have a relationship with. So they are basically France. They just, you know, they've got lots of vassals they need to integrate. So yeah, we're just, yep, we got 12 years to go of peace. I suppose we could try to bump up the speed a bit while we are waiting. In the meantime, we're going to pick up level 1 admin tech soon. Imperial integrity helps us out a bit. And the mill is surprisingly powerful. And this is a basic building, I think. Is it a basic building or is it a manufactory? No, it's a manufactory. Okay. Oh wow, that's interesting. My king, our diplomats have stopped trying to improve relations with Utrecht due to reaching the maximum relation value of 40. So no longer can you improve relations with a vassal by up to 200. Now apparently the highest you can have is 40 with a vassal, which basically I think that forces you to probably wait longer to have them to get them up to 190. I mean, we don't really have very many options to improve relations with them. We could send them a gift. I'm assuming that that's still, we don't have enough money to do it, but all right. Well, let's get our level 1 admin tech, 472. I don't think there's any other bonuses we can look for. That opens up our first idea group. And what do we want to take? You know how much I love naval ideas. 20%. Oh, that got nerfed. In vanilla, that's plus 50%. Prestige for naval battles got way nerfed. In vanilla, that's 100%. That's fine. That got nerfed. In vanilla, I think that's plus 2. So it's not nearly as powerful as in vanilla, but I think that it's still one of those things. I just love naval supremacy. On the other hand, government ideas lowers our advisor costs, give us access to more advisors. Core creation is down. Building cost is a flat reduction, and since buildings don't cost anything but money, I think that's even more valuable. Yearly inflation reduction. Okay. It's just a generic improvement of the income situation. I feel like this thing is just too powerful. Soldiers of Fortune. Land force limits plus 25%. Yearly army. I mean, it's just so good. Organized mercenary payments. You know, I don't really mind. I think losing 20% recruitment time in favor of getting more force limit, reduced mercenary cost, and then this +1/+1 is just ridiculous. Just absolutely overpowered as hell. I mean, we just have to take that. Not to mention that we spent admin points on it, which is great. As much as I want to stay up on an admin tech, I think it's fine. Alright, so can we build any buildings? We can build a dock now, 50 ducats. Gives us some small amount of trade power. It's not possible to build any manufactories. I guess we have provinces that make stuff that... we're making beer. Current price is 4. Wow. It's pretty valuable right now. So make beer, and cloth. Oh, sorry, we don't make that one. We make iron. Iron. I know that it said that there's nothing available. I just want to confirm that. Yeah, the iron, I think, requires us to learn level 2. Okay? And this one, beer. Which one looks like the beer? What does the beer look like? It's got like a little mug. Okay. I'm assuming that there's a thing. Yeah, brewery. This one... It says that it's available. Just 400 ducats. Is that true? Yeah, brewery is available at level 0. So 400 ducats, we need that like right away. State marriage with the Hansa, sure. Seems legit. When our guy comes of age, he'll be alright. 151. I feel like our previous commander was far better. Really disappointed that he died. We have the decision to leave the Hanseatic League, losing all those bonuses. Let's revisit why we did that. Trade efficiency, the bonus merchants, light ship costs are down. Extra diplomatic relation, yeah. I think most of that's pretty good. I do want to keep track of how long we're getting trade power over here. We still have 7.9, so we're doing okay. It's tied to this truce timer, which is pretty soon, 13-16. So we only have about a year to go until we're going to need to pull the merchant from that node and then send him back to France again. The Monarch of Cleves has invited Regency Council to play a match of Jeu de Paume. They've invited Regency Council. That's great. Diplo power for prestige. I want to do this just to see what happens, even though we're spending points. I like events like that. I think they're kind of fun. Jeu de Paume equipment. A fine sport needs fine equipment. Not only rackets, but also balls, hats, and special clothes are common. Having good equipment is a sign of status. How should we spend our Jeu de Paume? How much should we spend on the Jeu de Paume equipment? So spend money for prestige. I think we buy good stuff, sure. The equipment is ready, and it's time to travel to Cleves. Regency Council has prepared him his MILF. This is great. I'm sorry. Spelling issues are just, they always crack me up. That's like 3 mistakes in one sentence. The equipment, it's ready, it's time to travel, and he has prepared his MILF and played some matches against local elites to better his skills. Hopefully we will see a fine and fair game. Let's go. Cleves welcomes us as Regency Council's arrived. So I just imagine like this council of old men, they're all geared up and they're going to play. He was welcomed with every honor a host can offer his guests. The tournament will begin in the next days. So this lasts until apparently the end of time. It says 1865. I don't really think it's going to last that long. But that's pretty solid. Yearly legitimacy goes up. The Regency Council really is hurting us, so that's pretty nice. Cool. Okay, well, we're going to hold off, I think, before actually taking a look at this, because we're going a little bit over. I need to take a break, so I will take a break here. I will look forward to seeing you in the next video, though. Thank you for watching, everyone. See you soon.